Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
Armchair.
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's inside. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. I'm not even sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past.
They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers and erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You're in Braves country.
If there's...
Oh, say can you see
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for the New York Metropolitans in center field, A.J. Ewing. 7 home runs, 28 RBI, 15 stolen bases, batting .262. Batting second, playing short, Francisco Lindor. 10 home runs, 29 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .234. Batting third, playing third, Bo Bichette. 11 home runs, 59 RBI, .263 average. Benj is in right field and batting cleanup with 13 home runs, .272 on the year. Young at first, batting fifth, 7 home runs and a .258 average. Simeon batting sixth and at second, 14 home runs, 41 RBI. Brett Beatty batting seventh and in left field, 7 homers, a .214 average, 34 ribbies. Polanco's the designated hitter and batting eighth, 2 home runs and a .136 average. Francisco Alvarez is batting ninth and behind the plate, 13 home runs, 29 RBI on the year. And on the mound for the New York Mets, it's Christian Scott. The Christian Scott Paper Company pitched a really good outing against the Braves, and he has got a 3-3 record with a 3.15 ERA and a 1.26 whip, 74 innings, 92 punchies, 32 walks, 7 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Respect Your Elder. Bryce Elder, 8-6 with a 3.69 ERA and a 1.20 whip, 126 strikeouts, 104 strikeouts. 126 innings, 104 strikeouts. Backing up Elder in the bottom of the first inning, leading off the designated hitter, the Drake Baldwin, 20 home runs, 59 RBI, 270 average. Acuna is batting second in right, 12 home runs, 243 on the year. Matt Olson batting third, playing first, 34 home runs, 72 RBI, a 266 average. Michael Harris II will be patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, 20 home runs and a 291 average. Ozzie Albies batting fifth and at second with 19 home runs, coming in batting 259. Mauricio Dubon is batting sixth, 10 home runs and a 268 clip. And Austin Riley batting seventh, playing third, 14 home runs, 57 RBI, 220 on the year. Jim Jarvis batting eighth and at short, a 234 average with 1 home run. And Sean Murphy is 2 for 22 on the year. He's behind the plate. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight, it's Corey Blazer. First base umpire, Jansen Visconti. Your second base umpire is Andy Fletcher. And down the third base line, it's Alex Tosi. Game time temperatures here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, 85 degrees. Slight chance of rain, but not expected to affect the ball game. The wind blowing 5 to 10 miles an hour from right to left. New York Mets lead the season series 6-4. These are the last 3 for the Braves to win the series. The season series, they have to get the sweep. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 135 on the money line. Mets plus 135. Our pick to click tonight against Christian Scott. No one's got great numbers except for Michael Harris. We'll take him. We'll take Money Mike to click. He's 4 for 8 lifetime with a home run. It was a 3-run shot. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to get to Scott the second time around and get the Braves on the board with the W. We'll take Atlanta 6-2. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR. Welcome in, y'all. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Yes, sir. It is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch misses outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Right there on the outer edge, it's 1-1. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. Hope you're enjoying your Monday afternoon. Monday evening, the 1-1. High and out of the zone. Ball 2-1. Wherever you're catching this great game of baseball here in Braves country, hope you're enjoying your Monday. As the Braves come in today, 71-47 on the year, 39-20 at home. The 2-1 pitch swing, smoked down the right field line, and that ball's going to get up against the wall, and that's extra bases. Cunha is going to claim grounds rule double as he put his arms in the air. The ball does seem to be wedged under, and I do believe that they will hold him there. Actually, a smart play by Cunha. He was never going to get the fast A.J. Ewing coming around off of that carom going to second, so the best case scenario is what Acuna did right there. The other question is, why the hell do they not build those damn walls down lower so a ball doesn't get caught? Anyways. So a leadoff double. Andy Green, the manager, coming out wanting to look at me. I don't know what he wants to argue. He's not. He is having them take a look at it. I don't know if this is an actual. I mean, there's nothing to argue about. The ball's wedged down there. Any other call would be uncivilized because it's regularly called that way if the ball is lodged at all, and that's definitely what's going on with it right now. You know, really what's dopey about it, from Andy Green's perspective, but he is an interim manager. He just got picked off the trash piles because he's one of their analytic guys. He's kind of killing the momentum of his team, if you think about it. I would just want a quick answer, yes or no. Okay, let's get back to work. And the thing is, I don't believe Ewing ever made it to third base. So, because he turned back around, is what I saw. So, you can't really award a guy an extra base if he didn't reach it. So, it's kind of a... It's kind of a dopey review because if you didn't reach that base, this is taking a long time. This is ridiculous. I believe Andy Fletcher is the crew chief. They don't have it listed today, but I'm pretty sure he's the crew chief. He normally is. As we wait this out, yeah, he never made it. They're showing the replay now on Rays Vision. He did a turnabout and returned to second base. So even if you think that Acuna is full of it, he didn't run it out. So you can't give him the other base. Honestly, if they award him the extra base, there's some books being cooked. Where the person making the decision doesn't know the rules. And he made it down to third, and then because time was called by the umpire, if he had made it down to third, and they decided that Acuna's claim was not valid, then okay, in theory, you could give them third, but it's rarely ever given. But if they do anything, here we go, finally. He's giving some long. Here comes Walt Weiss. Walt Weiss and Andy Green want some kind of an explanation here. They didn't flash it on the screen what's going on. I haven't seen the runner move. He's still standing at second, so I'm assuming that that's what the call is. He didn't motion like you're supposed to. And Andy Green, who once again, he doesn't have any real experience as a MLB manager, but I don't know why they're both being. So my assumption is the runner is staying at second because he has not moved yet. And Andy Green, yeah, he's still at second base. So it's what we thought it would be. Matt, we're in Atlanta, Georgia tonight. Good to see everybody in the chat as we wait for them to quit playing with their food. Left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves, it's Dubon, Harris, and Acuna. Around the horn, third and first, Riley, Jarvis, Ozzie, and Olsen. Murphy is behind the plate. Of course, Elder on the bump. And I believe we're back to normal. Here we go. And the first pitch from Bryce Elder. Upstairs, misses high. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing. Chops it on the ground over to second. Ozzie Albies has it. Flips it to first. But it's a very productive out. Good at bat there by Lindor as he moves the runner down to third, and there's just one away. That's the kind of smart baseball you want to see out of the Braves going down the stretch. When you get into October, those little things can win you games. They can win you series. They can win you titles. Bo Bichette, the batter, righty-righty matchup. Infield drawn in, all the way in. And the first pitch is way outside wide. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Turns and kicks, swing, chopper up the middle, and diving attempt by Jarvis, but it's smoked right by him. So the drawn-in infield costs the Braves a run and an out, and it's 1-0 Metropolitans. You've heard me say it a million times, but I think the first inning is way too early to play the infield in. And once again, when you get burned by it. Right now, it should be one across, 2 outs, nobody on. Instead, 1 on, 1 out, 1-0 your score. First pitch on the way is a bender down and in to Carson Benj. It's 1-0. It's the analytics, folks, that tell them to do it. So you can't blame Weiss on this or anybody else on the Braves staff. It's the analytics department that demands that they draw it in. The 1-0. Upstairs misses high, 1-1. Now it's Anthopoulos and everybody at the top of the organization that tell Weiss they want them to listen to these guys. So if you want to point blame and you don't want a faceless dweeb, is the 2-0, flips it down the first base line, 3-0. You would be blaming Anthopoulos and his cronies. 1-0 your score, 3-0 count, top of the first, 1 on, 1 out, double play depth. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 3-1. That's one of those ones you wish that Bench had gotten a hold of, because It was up top, outer corner, and if he makes contact with that, it's going to be a pop-up. The 3-1 pitch. Drops the bender in there, and it is a full count. The payoff pitch. Runner goes. Caught looking, strike 3. Here comes the throw. Is that going to be a strike him out, throw him out? I believe it is. So we'll go to... Is he not challenging that? Murphy's not challenging that? Are you kidding me? Idiot! All right. Or did he get caught? Oh, he must have had catcher's interference. Either way, that's a strike. Ugh. They have got to do something about these clowns behind the plate. What should have been a strike him out, throw him out, Murphy does not challenge, and it's a walk and a runner at second base. So 2 on, 1 out. 100% of that ball was in the zone for those of y'all who weren't able to see it. I'm starting to think it's the analytics department that is telling them not to challenge before inning A, B, or C, because there is no way that ball was not a strike. And so it costs you the end of the inning. We talked about this yesterday. We need a coach. Every team needs a coach, and his entire job is to watch the game and to let them know this is where you spit the bit, this is where you fumble the ball. I heard someone mention something like that today on MLB. It wasn't exactly how I'm putting it, but they're basically catching my drift as far as the 1-0 pitch, swing, smoked into right field and right in front of Acuna. It's going to be a one-hopper, throws it to second, does not get the force. The runners had to hold because it was such a hard-hit ball. It looked like Acuna may get there, but he did not. The ball was coming down fast. So instead of the inning being over, the bases are loaded. There's just 1 out and 1 across. And a lot of that you can still point back to the foolish bringing the infield in. This inning should be long over. So bases juiced. First pitch on the way, down and away. It's 1-0. Marcus Semien, the batter, batting just .213 on the year, but he does have 14 home runs. And 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One count. Turns and kicks, swing, chops it down the line, foul, 1-2. James Ray, you saw it on TikTok. Or are you talking about the YouTube shorts? The 1-2. Pitch on the way, check swing, peppers it towards the first base dugout. We'll do it again. Yes, Kendall, we need a double play like we got a little while ago. This time everybody needs to challenge the right call. 1-2 count. Swing. Just got a piece of that. Nope, they said that he did not. Strike 3. Ball came out of the glove of Murphy. I just assumed that he had tapped it. It must have just spun out. Oh, yeah, it hit the bottom of the glove. We're 4-6 versus the Mets, Gibby. I'm still Gibby. Infield back into the right. First pitch on the way. Swing lifted. High and deep. into right field, going back on the track, and she is cooked. A grand slam. 5-0 your score. Once again, they should have been out of this inning. Bryce Elder imploding. 22 pitches. He's given up 5 earned runs, though that's debatable. 4 hits allowed, a walk and a K. Beatty smoked that one over the right field wall, 407 underneath the chop house, and it's 5-0. Righty lefty matchup. First pitch on the way, outside wide, nowhere near the zone. It's 1-0. I mean, that was a cement mixer. That's why I still contend when they talk about Bryce Elder being the Braves' #2 in the postseason. The hell you say? 1-0. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-0. He is too much of a 2-0 pitch. Swing, chopper down the third baseline. Scoop by Riley. Fumbles, bumbles, stumbles. Be an error on the third baseman, or at least it should be. E5, if you're scoring at home, they might give him the friendly call and call it an infield single. Right now, they're giving it a single. That should be an error. Riley should have had him by a mile. Polanco does not run that well. He was on it pretty quickly. He stumbled and fumbled it. And so what should be an error is an infield single. It should be out of the inning. Is now a 5-0 game. The pitch on the way is outside wide. 1-0. But Bryce Elder has too much of a habit of throwing those cement mixers. And you do that in the postseason, it's going to cost you a series. That's just all there is to it. 1-0 misses high, 2-0. 2-0 count. Upstairs for a strike. 2-1. If they're going to do something that foolish, I would rather have them pitch game 1 so you have Chris Sale for game 2, because that's usually the most important game in the series. The 2-1 pitch, swing. Drops it down into left center field. It's down for a base hit. And the inning continues. Bryce Elder's given up 6 hits, 5 runs. He's walked 1. He struck out just 1. And they have batted through the order. What's your source, Randy? And who are the people? Be a little more specific, because I don't know. I don't listen to local jargon. Hefner out there to talk to Elder. I mean, what is there to say to Elder right now other than, you suck? Did you get drunk last night? What is wrong with you? First and second, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Swing, swats it back foul. It's 0-1. But yes, there will be people coming up from the farm. September is a call-up. September call-ups, everybody comes up. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. In the dirt, 1-2. And as much as they like to cry poverty on the bullpen, and it's worn out and all that kind of stuff, what happens here if Elder can't get out of this inning and they have to get somebody up, right? Because you're not going to just wreck the rest of the series. If you have to have Elder just suck it up, you just have to have him suck it up as the 1-2 down and in 2-2. So tomorrow is Martin Perez Day. Then you got Tyler Mahle, and then you have a day off. But if you have to bring Elder out early in the game here, that's going to be a problem. The swing, lifted, hammered high and deep into right field. Acuna, he'll get this one, and that'll end the inning. 5-0, your score should be 1-0. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. There are no happy Christmases. We'll be back in a flash.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Ladarius, I beg your pardon, we didn't promise you a rosemary garden. Spaceman, Randy, James Ray, Fred, Eric, Mark, Ricky, Ricardo, Lucy, he's home. Iron Lung is back. That's exactly what I'm saying, Iron. I would be ticked if we see them bring out Medeiros or someone to go the next 2 or 3 innings, because I'm like, you either put up or shut up, but this game is yours. And that gives Christian Scott a hell of a boost going in 5-0. The only good news, the silver lining, it's the first inning. We got plenty of time. My man Nathaniel Brooks, the Wind Chicken. Kendall, Areola, Nickel the Pickle, Alice in Wonderland, Big Truck. As we go back to the ball game at hand, Drake Baldwin, your batter. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch, first strike, it's 0-1. John Dubois. I think we already got right said Fred, Kendall, Iron Lung. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Fouls it down the line, it's 0-2. Rich 22. Matt Hill. Somebody's put those bats in a microwave. We gotta heat them up quick. We don't have time for slow roasting. The 0-2 pitch, swing, rips it into right center field. That's down for a base hit, and that'll get the microwave working. Here comes Baldwin around first, heading to second, and he's got himself a leadoff double, and he's doing some kind of a dance. I don't like this new thing, but we got something going, baby.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Rules the Drake.
The Drake is good.
That thing is almost as fruity as the LA Dodger sachet. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr.'s up and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Hopefully, sitting there waiting for that inning to start may have thrown off Christian Scott, too. Normally a very good right-handed pitcher. Now, remember, the Mets also traded away their entire bullpen, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. So if we can get into Scott, and we can turn this in bullpen versus bullpen mano-a-mano, we definitely have the advantage. The Mets currently have the 4th best bullpen in all of baseball, but 3 of the main cogs got sent away at the trade deadline. The 1-1 check swing, 1-2. About the only guy they held on to was Williams, their closer, but he's been one of the biggest problems of that bullpen. Their setup guys have been elite. I really wish that they would have gotten Luke Weaver, to be honest with you. He had another year of control. Pirates ended up getting him the 1-2. Outside wide 2-2. And I think he's extremely affordable. You wonder if AA may be able to get a hold of him during the offseason. Trick the Pirates at the winter meetings. The 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He was about a week and a half behind that fastball. And with 2 strikes, you just can't sit on the soft stuff, but Acuna must have been looking for the cut. Righty-lefty matchup. Matt Olson, the batter. First pitch. Down and in. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Runner at second. You'd like to at least get something back in this inning. You get a leadoff double and you're trailing by 5. This is where you need to score. Infield back into the right, outfield deep and straight away. 1-0. Check swing. Did not go around. They did not give him the outer edge either. It's ball 2, 2-0. Standing on deck is Harris. In the hole is Ozzie. Told you earlier that Harris is 4 for 8 lifetime with a home run against the paper company. The 2-0 pitch. Upstairs right there for a strike. 2-1. Matt Olson leads Major League Baseball with most extra base hits this year with 63. Jordan Alvarez right behind him at 59. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, rips it up the middle, and bad job of base running by Drake Baldwin. Will go station to station, but it is a single. And the first run of the game is 90 feet away with 1 out.
This is not watered down.
This is
Ice House.
If you're following along at home,
Ice House. Smooth
that's
as
just
it gets.
not knowing where the second baseman and the shortstop are. He's got to know where they are before that pitch goes, because he danced back and forth, and that costs Tommy Watkins any chance of being able to send him. And I'm sure that's what he's telling him right now. Righty-lefty matchup. Michael Harris II at the plate. One swing could change this game in a hurry. First pitch on the way upstairs. This is high. It's 1-0. $14 for 42 this season with a .333 average, 3 home runs, 10 RBI for Harris versus the Metropolitans. The 1-0. Outer edge. Grabs it for a strike. It's 1-1. Christian Scott Paper Company, what you'll see from him is a 6-pitch mix. The 4-seamer half the time, 50%. Comes in with the sweeper 23 and the cutter 17%. So the rest of the time, the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, blows it right by him, 96 upstairs, 1-2. He mixes in the splitter, slider, and sinker at 10% pretty evenly. Almost 3.3 across the board with those 3. But essentially, he is a 3-pitch pitcher with those back 3 that he'll just kind of sprinkle in. So if you're standing there at the plate and you get the count in your favor, you're looking fastball and adjusting to the cut or the sweep. The 1-2, swing and a miss, blew it right by him. Another 4-seam fastball, strike 3. And you got to be prepared for that if you're Harris and the Braves. You know that that's his main pitch. He's looking for a strikeout because he's got a runner over at third. So you got to be sitting on that fastball and anything else, but they're coming in a touch behind it. It's almost like they're guessing on the soft stuff. So it's up to Ozzie Albies now. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. The Braves have 2 on. A couple of good base rips, but nothing to show for it so far. Open stance from the left side, and the first pitch is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. If Ozzie can keep the line moving, it's Dubon and then Riley. 1-0. Brings it. Fastball misses high. Ball 2-2 and out. Two-0 count. 5'7" second baseman from Curacao. It's the 2-0 right there. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Third base side, will it stay in play? It will not, thankfully. Bounces over the third base dugout of the Mets, and we'll do it again. Christian Scott is 6'4", 215 pounds. 27-year-old out of Coconut Creek, Florida. Played his college ball at UF. He's coming off a major surgery this year. But he's definitely one of the cornerstones of that rotation they'll be building on for years to come. The 2-2. Upstairs, misses, and it's a full count. So that'll mean that Olsen will be on the move with a full count and 2 outs. If anything gets done, we may get 2 across the board. And we're 1 ball away from loading the bases. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops it down the third base line. Excuse me, first base line. Into the dugout. Camberwell. Looks like Paul Berg got himself a souvenir. The payoff pitch. Brings it. Swing, chops it over the just over his foot, foul, first base side. Payoff pitch. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild. Scott comes set and brings it. Runner goes, swing, pop up. And over first base side, giving chase is the first baseman, Young. It'll bend into the crowd. Nothing else, Ozzie making them work. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Yes, they did, KD. It was an inning that should have already been over. Should have had to strike him out, throw him out, but the Braves didn't challenge the called ball that was definitely in the zone. And the inning continued. The payoff pitch. Swing! Knocks it high, deep down the right field line. Do it again. If you're wondering what the rest of this series is going to look like, tomorrow it's Perez versus McLean, another tough pitching matchup. And then we get Thornton. We saw him. I mean, the Mets got 3 really good starting pitchers, and we see them all in this series once again. Perez goes for the Braves tomorrow, and Molly on Wednesday. The payoff pitch. Swing! Punches it down the line. They just showed Matt Olson after that last swing. I think it was on the Mets cam. And he looked over at Ozzie like, dude, I'm tired. He's been running for the last 6 or 7 pitches with the full count at first. Baseball's the best, isn't it? The payoff pitch. Inside, almost got him. And we'll head Ozzie down to first. So a great at bat, by the way, by Ozzie. He made him work. We knocked him out early in the game. Remember that at bat. It was an 11-pitch at bat. You got a guy who's in the first. That ball actually might have skipped just past his jersey. Touched his jersey. I believe it missed him, but either way, we're calling it a walk. Bases are loaded. Quick mound visit. Ducks all over the pond, and Mr. Rispy himself, runners in scoring position. Mauricio Dubon coming to the plate. Austin Riley moves to the on-deck circle. Kid Dynamite's in the hole. A little different situation than what the Mets had when they had the bases loaded. We have 2 outs, so all the pressure goes on to Dubon, but the Mets are already warming up a right hand in their bullpen because this is a youngster they don't want to put a ton of pitches on because the Mets season is cooked. The first pitch swinging, chops it on the ground. That ball's going to get through the hole. They're going to send Olsen. Olsen comes around. Here comes the throw to the plate. It'll be cut off, and your Atlanta Braves and Mauricio Dubon, Mr. Rispy himself, makes it 5-2.
Pardon me, would you have any? But of course.
He continues to produce with runners in scoring position. Hard chopper and hit them where they ain't in the 5-6 hole. And that puts runners at first and second, 2 outs, and Austin Riley represents the tying run. Don't go anywhere, mainly because it's the first inning. First pitch on the way. Right there on the outer edge, it's 0-1. We could use some help from the umpires, too. Could they give us a couple of blown calls to help us out this inning? The 0-1. Swing. Touch behind that fastball, rips it down the line, foul. Man, if he's just a little bit ahead of that swing, that ball's going to go down the right field line. And with Dubon and Ozzie on base with 2 outs, there's a good chance they both score. 5-2 your score. Braves back in it. The 0-2. They want to challenge this. I mean, Sean Murphy can take some notes. It looked like it probably hit the zone. It did, strike 3, just like the one that Murphy didn't challenge. But the Braves put 2 on the board. It's a 3-run game. We're back in it, baby. Atlanta Braves and the Mets on a Monday night in August.
It is so hot outside. I almost called my ex so I could be around something shady.
There was no such thing as on demand. You couldn't just turn on a TV and be like, I want to see this
on
TV
demand.
show. Yeah, like what you have now is on demand. Like going to...
Like getting it right, like immediately? Is that what you mean?
That's
like demand?
on demand. Like demanding it right now. It's ready on demand. When you open Hulu, you go to season 12, episode 6, play, that is on demand. It is ready for you.
Ready,
that did not exist.
Oh, okay. Right.
It took you... Like, you would just have to wait months for the next season of a TV show.
Months?
They would leave it on a cliffhanger and have the season finale, and then you would just not know anything for like 3 months. So
I would just wait until everything's there to watch it then.
there was no there. You had to watch it while it was on television.
You can save it. You can record it with the remote.
Throughout the entire 90s, we had no ability to pause, rewind, live TV.
You couldn't pause?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
Listen, and we had a TV guide, okay? We had a TV guide.
A remote?
What?
A remote?
A book.
Armchair.
By the 1880s, newspapers and magazines and now baseball cards, printed up to help boost the sale of cigarettes, brought into the homes of young boys a generation of baseball heroes they would never get to see in person. Pete Browning, the old gladiator of the Louisville Eclipse, had a lifetime batting average of .343 and was the idol of Kentucky fans. One day in 1884, he broke his favorite bat. After the game, an apprentice woodworker named Bud Hillerick offered to make Browning a new bat. The next day, Browning went 3 for 3. Thereafter, he would use no one else's bats. It was the first Louisville Slugger, and Browning would eventually own more than 200 of them, to each of which he gave a name taken from the Bible.
Welcome back. First pitch from Bryce Elder upstairs, misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Good to see you, big truck. Right there for a strike, 1-1. So 1-1 count. Turns and kicks. Outside wide, 2-1. Two-one pitch, swing, smoke down the right field line, and that ball is off the wall, scalded off the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for Lindor as the throw comes in very close. And what was that? I thought Lindor may have came off the bag there. I guess maybe Jarvis just slipped. Weiss wants to take a look at it. It was an odd look. Here comes the replay. He doesn't want to challenge it, by the way. He just said, I guess he kind of came into his leg, knocked him over. I saw Lindor immediately apologize because, 20 years ago, there would be no apologies in it. That was just baseball. Nowadays, all the rules have changed it. Bo Bichette, the batter, first pitch right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Dribbles it on the ground. It's going to be an easy 6-3, and because he hit it to the left side of the infield, runner stays put, and there's one away. Beautiful night here at Truist Park. I don't see many clouds in the skies. The sun's setting behind the first base wall. Braves trail 5-2. Bit of an implosion in the first inning. The Braves did climb back in and get two of their own. Carson Benj, the batter, first pitch right there. P at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Oh, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Just the top of the second because the first inning took so long. 7 runs scored total between the two teams. The 0-2 pitch outside wide, 1-2. So if you're joining us late, you're wondering why there was no rain delay. It's just a long inning by Elder and Scott. Elder, by the way, this is pitched 44, is the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Two down now. We've talked about in the past that if they put Elder on every 5th day, he pitches much better. Now, they haven't done that. But if he pitches every 5th day, it's been shown that he pitches much better. Most people believe because the sinker ball pitcher, when he's a little less fresh, the sinker drops a little bit. Well, he's got to be tired as hell, so I would think he's going to pitch fine the rest of the way now. The 1-0 pitch, swing, rips it into right field, and that's down for a base hit. Acuna bobbles it, fumbles it, bumbles it, finally gets the handle on it, tosses it back into the infield, and it's an RBI single. The Mets are back up on top by 4. Runner at first will stay at first, so there won't be an error on Acuna. Ball just slipped out of his glove as he was trying to transfer it into his hand. So 6-2 your score. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Swing, smokes that into right field. That's down for a base hit. Acuna gets this one, flips it back into the infield. And there's 2 on, 2 out. Brett Beatty, who smoked a grand slam his first time up, has a chance for a 3-run shot here. The first pitch on the way. Paints the black on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Yeah, he'll definitely be up next month, Randy. The 0-1. Right there on the outer edge, it's 0-2. You got to realize you got a thing they've been doing for decades. It's called the September call-ups, and you expand the roster to 40 men, and he'll definitely be one of them. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. The caveat that they changed on that a few years ago is today you've got a 26-man roster. In September, you'll have a 28-man roster, but you can move them in and out without getting any kind of penalties. So in other words, you'll have 40 guys you can choose from, but every day you declare 28 of them. So it gives you a deeper bullpen because in theory, is the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. You don't have to have guys like a Chris Sale on the roster the day he's not starting. Most teams don't do it to that level, but you do have the option to do that. The 2-2 count. Below the knees. And it's a full count. Bryce Elder is up at 52 pitches, and we're just here in the second inning. I still say that if they would have him pitch every fifth day, he would do much better. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it off his instep. The numbers in his career, as they say, numbers don't lie. The numbers in his career when he is on normal rest, he is almost a full run and a half lower throughout his career as opposed to when he gets extra rest. And the more rest he's gotten, the higher his ERA gets. It's not like a Chris Sale effect where he's a 3-2 in the dirt, ball 4. He'll walk the bases loaded again. The problem with this is you eventually run into a situation, and it looks like Suter's going to go warm up, but you run into a situation where you can't absolutely cook a guy's arm. You want him to pitch as many as you can, but he doesn't have it at all tonight. It's been from the jump. Granted, if Sean Murphy challenges that strike, we're out of the inning. And it would have been a strike him out, throw him out instead. It unraveled, but he has left balls over the plate. They've been getting hit hard. And it's just the same old song. But for whatever reason, when he pitches on normal rest, and most guys are not like that, but if I know that, it's because other people have pointed it out to me. If I know that, then I know they're aware of it. They should at least give it a try. Braves come into tonight 7.5 up as the Phillies did win yesterday. First pitch right there at the knees. It's 0-1. They are in action against the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one. They're in St. Louis for the next 3. We've got Philly versus St. Louis on Wednesday as our doubleheader. The 0-1. Swing, chopper over to first. And Olson's got it. He'll call everybody off, and that'll end the inning. So the Mets just add one more. Braves need to gain some momentum. We get the top of the order due back up when we return here in Braves country.
Y'all be flirting with me on every app except for CashApp.
So it says here you're fast with math? Extremely. That's impressive. What's 31 times 17? 47. It's not even close, but it was fast.
My trolls out there wondering if I am a man dressed as a woman. If you gotta question it, I'm gonna say it's a natural woman, because have you seen the surgeries nowadays? Oh my God, God.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Going out drinking is not the same fun activity that it used to be. I'll be waking up in critical condition.
Say the weird thing. People are desperately seeking realness.
You have never once heard the Monster Mash. You've heard a song that they call the Monster Mash, but you've never once heard the real song, the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash that we know is describing a party, but you never actually hear the Monster Mash they're describing itself.
Before I work on myself, does anyone like me insane?
But now the pressure on Maris intensified. Would he break Ruth's record? Reporters asked again and again. "How the hell do I know?" he answered. "I don't want to be Babe Ruth." He wasn't Babe Ruth, and Yankee fans never let him forget it. Even the front office tried to change the lineup to favor the more popular Mantle. Under the relentless strain, Maris's hair began to fall out in clumps. Always taciturn, he now kept silent, refusing most interviews, keeping to himself. Through it all, Maris kept hitting, and in mid-September, Mantle's injuries finally forced him out of the race with 54 home runs.
Welcome back. Jim Jarvis will lead us off. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch high and out of the zone. Almost pitch-out territory there. It's 1-0. 1-0. Turns and kicks. Swing. Fouls it deep down the line. 1-1. One count, 6-2 your score. The pitch, swing, rips it foul down the third line, right field line, I guess I should say. And it's 1-2. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for New York. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Atlanta. The 1-2 pitch, swing, chopper over towards second. It's going to be a tough play for Simeon. He's got it, though. He'll get Jarvis by about a step as he's flying down the line. 1 away. Nine hits in 2 innings. That is rough. And, of course, the big number you're looking at for the big picture, it's 56 pitches. But, yeah, we've got 3 weeks before the September call-ups. It'll actually be 3 weeks from tomorrow, September 1st. You'll see him call up. And they're going to try to keep some of the guys down as the first pitch swinging. That ball smoked down the left field line. And Sean Murphy's got at least 1 base with this speed. He's going to try for 2. Here comes the throw, and he is safe. And it's a 1-out double for the Smurfs.
Murphy's me. I must call an emergency meeting. Don't try to fool me.
Sean Murphy runs like he's got huge braces on his knees, but he doesn't. He just looks painful for him to run. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch misses upstairs to Drake Baldwin. He does not challenge. He rarely challenges. It's 0-1. He got burned a couple of times the first part of that challenging. He just won't go back to it. The 0-1. He'll do it every great once in a while late in the game. The 0-1 pitch, swing, slaps it towards left field. It's going to be a lazy fly ball. 2 down. When you don't challenge something like that, you change that at bat. And a 1-0 pitch and an 0-1 pitch are 2 totally different situations. And I'm not saying that's why he's out in that situation there, but it does play a factor. You look at the numbers, how people's batting averages and slugging percentages go dramatically up depending on the count. It's worth those challenges. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Philly has taken an early lead on St. Louis. 1-0 in that one in the second. The 0-1 pitch, swing, lifted. High and deep into right field. Get up, get up. It's going to die at the wall. Warning track power there. I thought that one had a chance to get up off the wall. Braves threatened but failed to score. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the third we go here in Braves country. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. Great towns all across this land. Good to see y'all representing. San Diego. San Diego. We all know what that stands for. Wales. Agree to disagree. Brunswick. That's right up the road here. I'm assuming you're meaning Brunswick, Georgia. Francisco Alvarez coming to the plate. And Bryce Elder back on the mound, whether you like it or not. First pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. He needs to eat 2 more innings. I mean, that's just, he's got to get us through 4. The 0-1 pitch swing. Chops it foul. It's 0-2. This is called taking one for the team. This is as important as anything you've ever done for your buddies at last call. The 0-2 count. Swing. Taps it foul. Righty. Infield back into the left. The pitch on the way out and away. 1-2. As bad as this may seem right now, just think about all those evenings in the winter when we don't have a baseball game. So suck it up. The 1-2 pitch swing, chops it on the ground. Riley's got it, fires it over to first. Good play that time. And there's one away. They never did change that, and I don't think it'll get challenged now. They didn't change that error. It should have been an error on Riley back in the first. A.J. Ewing, the batter. Did y'all see the 2 ex-NBA guys that have declared themselves for the WNBA draft? Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing. Fouls it away. It's 0-1. Enos Cantor's one of them. I don't remember the other guy's name. Enos I've seen in the news before. Plus, he used to play with the Celtics, so I'm a Celtics guy, so I'm familiar with him. But I died laughing when I saw that. The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs. Called for a high strike. It's 0-2. Soroka coming back on the mound for Arizona tonight. And he's lined up as the 0-2 pitch swing. Chops a foul. He's lined up to pitch against the Braves this coming weekend. So we'll get a Mike Soroka sighting. Supposedly, as of right now, it'll be Sunday. Diamondbacks, who are in a flat-footed tie with the Phillies for the second and third wild card, is the 0-2. Down and in, 1-2. Of course, the Cubs have just pulled away. Philly is up on top of St. Louis 2-0 in the second. And they're continuing to threaten. The 1-2 misses high, 2-2. Get you caught up to speed on what's going on in Major League Baseball's standings. This is the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pulled the string on that one, and there's 2 down. Rays still have a commanding lead in the East, 5.5 over the Yankees, 7 in front of the Boston Red Sox. The rest are out of it as far as the division is concerned. We'll circle back to the wild card. That's a different story. White Sox have improved their lead to 3.5 over Detroit, 4 over Minnesota and Cleveland. As the first pitch down and away, it's 1-0. Someone else in that division's got to wake up, or White Sox might run away with that thing. The 1-0 count, outside wide, 2-0. I watched the Cleveland-Chicago game yesterday after our game ended. The 2-0 smacks the outer edge 2-1. I mean, he's calling wide strikes. And Lindor almost challenged that one. I think it's less likely a guy's going to challenge one when he's up 2-1 in the count, because it's not worth losing the strike on that one. But the Braves have to start paying attention to that, because you got a guy who's calling a bad game. Be ready. Don't take a foolish challenge, but be ready. It's a 3-1 count now. 6-2 your score. The pitch on the way. Swing. Whistles it foul. As far as the National League division races going, Milwaukee is 5.5 in front of the Cubs. The rest of the division is gone. Dodgers are 7.5 in front of Arizona, 8.5 in front of San Diego. Is the 3-2 fouled away, making them work here. San Fran and Colorado are out of it. They're not even. They're not even. They don't even have their nose pressed against the glass. They are way around the backside of the block, standing in line somewhere. They're in the wrong line. The payoff pitch, 21 and 24 games out of first place. The payoff pitch, swing, cranked deep down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. And that ball, she gone. 7-2 your score. Francisco Lindor continues to hammer Braves pitching in 2026. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch right there, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss. Bender well off the plate, 1-2. One-two count. Swing lifted out to right field. Acuna. He'll come over and make the catch, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Mets put more on the board. It's 7-2 bad guys. We go to the bottom of the third here in Braves country. On this date, 1901, at Cleveland's League Park, the Blues, later known as the Indians, beat Chicago 11-7. White Sox right-hander Frank Isbell strands 11 runners on the base paths to set an American League mark. On this date, 1944, in a night game at Crosley Field, 29-year-old Braves right-hander Red Barrett throws 58 pitches, beating the Reds 2-0. The 9-inning pitching duel will feature 64 plate appearances and takes only 75 minutes to complete the game. And on this date in 1957, Mickey Mantle becomes the first player to clear the center field hedge at Memorial Stadium with the 460-foot blast in the Yankees' 6-3 victory over the Orioles. Baltimore's Boog Powell and Twins slugger Harmon Killebrew will also complete the feat in 1962 and 1964, respectively. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. We go to the bottom of the third, trailing by a 5 spot. Matt Olson is leading us off. The first pitch upstairs misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Olson, who's 1 for 1 on the day, batting .268 with 34 home runs. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs misses high, 2-0. Name of this game is going to be just get base runners on if you want to make it interesting. Put some pressure on them, and it may pay dividends, whether it's this game or later in the series where you just want to wear out that already thinned out bullpen. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-1. So you got a couple of tough right-handers, or excuse me, a right-hander and a southpaw on Wednesday that you're going to be going up against. McLean, who's kind of looked upon as their ace, even at this young part of his career, is the 2-1 pitch. Swing, that ball's cranked. If it's fair, it's gone. It is foul. That ball was absolutely obliterated. Thought it may have crossed over the foul pole before it went all the way foul, but we don't get a very good vantage point here. It doesn't look like anybody's challenging it. From the look on, I guess that was the Braves vision view, it looked like that ball may have, in theory, been out. But the 2-2 count. Swing. Fouls it back. 2-2. I'd like to see Olson hit one out after something like that. After that interview that he did. Some podcast, some dopey podcast, I don't remember who it was, but he's under the belief you only get one of those swings in at bat. And if he sees it elsewhere, is the 2-2. Called for a strike on the outer edge. Not going to challenge, 1 away. If he hits one out after doing something like that, he would definitely change his tune. You don't want a defeatist attitude like that. Like, man, you only get one good pitch to hit, and if you miss it, it's over. Michael Harris, the second. His second at bat. First pitch misses upstairs. He struck out swinging his first time up. He is 4 for 9 lifetime versus Scott. The paper company, by the way, is sitting at 47 pitches. It's not terribly high, the 1-0. Right there at the top of the knees, 1-1. If we could make this a longer inning, it would definitely become an issue. Elder is at 77. I don't even know if he goes out there for the fourth. They're going to try, but the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. But when you've got a good lead in your division, you don't want to cut your nose off to spite your face and end up cooking his arm. We've got pretty good news-ish. I'll just say ish on the 3 guys we've been missing this whole season, essentially. 1-2 count. Up high and out of the zone, 2-2. And I say if we get one of these 3 guys back to where they were before injury, we can work with it. But Spencer Schwellenbach is the 2-2 outside wide, 3-2. Continues to throw, and he should be going out on a rehab assignment sometime soon. And they are actually going to start trying to ramp up Strider and Waldrop after we were told Waldrop was done. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing, slaps it towards the left. Coming over, making the running catch. Good running catch out there by Beatty. 2 down. Thought that ball was going to slice away from him. But they're going to try to ramp up Strider and Waldrop. Waldrop got second opinions, and basically they're saying it's not going to hurt to get. Now, whether or not they're going to be able to come back in time, but they are going to attempt it, which means we could see them enter the fold in sometime in mid to late September. First pitch swinging. Ozzie Albies knocks it on the ground, but right at the first baseman. Young will touch the bag, and that'll end the inning. G3, if you're scoring at home, we go to the 4th, trailing by 5.
Good afternoon, everybody.
What a day. I use a drink.
Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I think I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket.
Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again? Nope. You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
The Chinese bar? Okay. What's shaking?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready. There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Top of the 4th inning, Braves trail 7-2. Bryce Elder will go back out there for a 4th inning of work, and the first pitch on the way. High and out of the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Just grabs the out red. Ball 2-2. Still 2-0 in the 3rd in Philadelphia. In St. Louis, Philadelphia at the Cardinals. It's a Monday, but it's actually a fairly busy Monday on the NFL radar. MLB radar. 10 games scheduled for today. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Got to thinking about Iron Lung's favorite pastime. The Los Angeles Chargers. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. I mean, it's a tie between that and UCLA football. The 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing. Rips it down the first base line. We're about to hit the busiest part of the sports season. Month of September, where you get the NFL and college football kicking off, and then, of course, baseball gets, if it can get any better, it gets better hitting September, then of course into October. The 2-2 down and away. 3-2. The payoff pitch. Swing, slaps it over to third, backhanded by Riley. Hot shot. He flips it over to first. Nifty glove work over there by the rake, and there's one away. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for New York. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. That'll bring Young to the plate, the number 5 hitter. First pitch. Swiftly smacks one back foul. It's 0-1. Young's batting .285 on the year with 7 home runs and 24 RBI. He's got a .782 OPS and a couple of singles to his name today. 0-1 pitch. Right there. It's 0-2. He's gone slider and 4-seam. The 0-2 pitch, swing. Dribbles it straight up the middle. Jim Jarvis is there. The first baseman running, he's got plenty of time. 2 down. Same two teams back at it tomorrow night, 7:15, and Wednesday night, 7:15. Wednesday, it's the second game of a BCR doubleheader where we're going to bring you Phillies and Cardinals, and that's going to be a 2:15 first pitch coming in on the air at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Pitch right there below the knees to Simeon, gets it started for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Dropped a strike. Bottom of the zone, 1-1. One count. Swing, chopper down the line. New York Mets started their baseball tradition in 1962, and of course they were the answer to both the Dodgers and the Giants leaving for the West Coast out of the city of New York. And that's why you'll see the blue, Dodger blue and Giants orange as their colors. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 7-2. Braves get a chance when we return.
So y'all can stand on the chair and tape your phone to the ceiling to do that dumbass challenge, but your smoke detector been beeping off here.
I live next door. I've got problems with the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so why are you here to me?
Well, it's your Wi-Fi, isn't it? Have you done something?
Okay, but I've not got a problem with my Wi-Fi.
You've put a password on it.
What do you mean?
Look, how long have I been here now? I've been here 2 years. I've happily used the Wi-Fi, and now I see that you've put a password on it, and I can't use it. I think you're being unreasonable.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Look, it's very simple. You have Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I've been happily using your Wi-Fi now for a couple of years, and all of a sudden you put a password on it, and I've got no access. I tell you what, you let me have your password, and that's the end of the problem.
Oh, hold a minute, you've been using my Wi-Fi?
Well, I don't know how much of your Wi-Fi it is. I mean, it's a signal, isn't it? Right? Well, the signal doesn't remain just within your four walls, so what comes out here is public. It's on public property, right? It's public.
Okay, but now you can't because I put a password on it.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. So, look, there's two things we can do. One is, and I think the easiest thing is, let me have your password. Or, of course, you can always remove your password. I mean, it's just pretty easy, really. Simple as that.
Armchair.
Roger Connor of the New York Giants was the era's greatest home run hitter. He smashed 138 during his career, a record which would stand until Babe Ruth came along.
Pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch right there on the outer edge to Mauricio Dubon. It's 0-1. Mauricio 1 for 1 on the day with a 2 RBI single. The 0-1. Swing. Fouls it away. It's 0-2. Becomes a mere mortal with nobody on base, but when men are on scoring position, Doobie just seems to light up in the big moment. The 0-2. Outside wide, check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 1-2. 7 runs, 10 hits. No errors for New York. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Atlanta Braves. Riley on deck. Jarvis is in the hole. If anybody gets on, Sean Murphy. The 1-2. Swing. Punches it back foul. It's just, it amazes me that he's made it to the big leagues with his swing. He's constantly going the wrong way. He's just poking the bat. Somehow he makes it work. The 1-2. Swing. Hit hard on the ground over to second, but it's going to be an easy 4-3. As Simeon is standing right there. Flips it to Young. One away. Austin Riley comes to the plate 0 for 1 with the strikeout. I hope you were sitting down. I didn't want to shock you with that number. He's batting .220 on the year. Strikeout looking, too. He's got to lead the league in that by now. Righty, first pitch upstairs. This is high for a ball. It's 1-0. If he had a K in his name, I would say the Braves should spell it backwards on his jersey. The 1-0. Outside wide, ball 2-0. Maybe they could just do that with the R implied. The 2-0 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. A little bit off the plate, 2-1. He's gone sweeper, cutter. Christian brings it. Punches it foul down the right field line. Just out of play. Giving chase over there was Benj, but he ran out of room. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing, slaps it to right field. That's down for a base hit. So 1 on, 1 out. And Austin Riley.
You're my boy, Blue!
See if this gets us going somewhere.
Blue, you're my boy!
Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball misses up top, 1-1. One count, 7-2 your score. Just misses outside with that sweeper. Never really had a chance to hit in the zone, but it was an impressive pitch the way that thing bends. Starts near the third base dugout and just missed the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Inside. Brushes him back a sec. 3-1. Once again, the infield back into the right, so double play depth. They'd have to turn it quickly with Jarvis running, and he's usually hustling. The 3-1 pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And JJ gets his first and second, 1 out.
You know, JJ, I tell you, man, you got too much class.
What can I say? This is it. 100% pure butter. I think you better slow down. Just slow down now. I can't. My motor is running. I can't stop. Happy, bright, pure dynamite.
That'll bring Sean Murphy to the plate. Murphy doubled his first time up. Righty. First pitch, check swing upstairs. It's 0-1. You know they're going to be looking to try to get a ground ball induced here with Smurf. And he's a double play waiting to happen. He's got to get the ball up. Anything but a grounder to one of the defenders up the middle, or even the third baseman. The 0-1 misses inside, 1-1. Drake stands on deck. I still say if I were building a lineup against a right-handed pitcher, what I would do with this team is the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball, a little bit off the plate, 1-2. If you would have flip-flopped Smurf and JJ, then you got speed at the number 9 spot, and then you flip-flop Acuna and Drake, or if you want a left-handed bat, I get it, put Michael Harris up at the leadoff spot, and then have Drake hitting behind Olsen. I don't think you lose anything there. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sometimes you got to strike out to keep the rally going, and there's 2 down. Stays out of the double play. That's the big takeaway on that one. But I hate that when we get our lineup moving, if you have Drake in front of Acuna to lead off the game, first pitch swinging, that ball's going to get hit through the hole. That's going to go through for a base hit. Here comes the throw to the plate. Austin Riley digging, chugging, rugging. He's going to score, and it's 7-3. The good guys are back on the board, and it's a 4-run game. The Drake with the base hit.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Hard hit ball up the middle to the right side, and perfectly played in between second and first. And Riley, they never talk about his speed, but he is a very good base runner. He cuts the bases well. He's faster than Freeman, but it reminds me of Freeman because nobody ever talks about his base running, but Austin Riley's always been a good base runner. Quick mound visit as we've got 2 on and 2 out. Ronald Acuna Jr. coming to the plate. Here we go. One swing could change this baby in a hurry, couldn't it? Righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Swing, fouls it back, 96 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Rays have threatened all night long. They're just that one big swing away from making this a ball game again. Scott is at 74 pitches here in the 4th. That's a high pitch count as well. The pitch on the way, outside wide. 1-1. So you would tend to think that he's not going to make it past the 5th at this rate. We can get into that Mets bullpen. You just got to keep adding pressure. 2 on, 2 out, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 96. 1-2. Ronald Acuna Jr. has struck out and flown out. 0 for 2 on the day. The 1-2 outside wide. That'll make it 2-2. Standing on deck is Matt Olson. So you know Scott does not want to face him with the bases loaded. He should get something to swing at. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, rips it into left field. That's through for a base hit. And the run will come home to score. Jarvis with plenty of time to score. And Drake Baldwin almost pulled an Ozzie Albies, but he's safe at third. And your Atlanta Braves have made this a 7-4 game.
Bravo.
They didn't learn enough the other night. It tells you they're not having meetings about this. That was an extremely close play at third. Drake Baldwin with not great speed going first to third, and they almost gunned him down at third. I think Jarvis would have scored anyways, but you don't want to give them a chance to run out of the inning with Matt Olson coming to the plate, representing the tying run. One swing, and it's coconuts. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Matt Olson. You could have thrown that thing in a gust and he was going to swing at that. That ball almost hit him in the hip. It's 0-1. You could have told him this is going to be a pitch out. He would have said, we'll just see about that. The 0-1. Swing, chops it down the line, foul. It's 0-2. Looked like that got into the camera well, past the Braves dugout. Jonathan Pintero is warming up the right hand. That's the second time we've seen him get up and move in this game. Scott is at 80 pitches. The 0-2 pitch. High and out of the zone. It's 1-2. One-two count. Kicks and fires. Check swing, went around, strike three. Chase one in the dirt. Very similar to the first pitch that he swung at. That one was a little closer to the zone, but no dice. But not before your Atlanta Braves put two on the board. We got a 3-run game. We're back, baby. We're back. We'll be back in a flash.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the pudding kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. You're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You've got to say, damn it, my life has value.
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! Just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right.
We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta here?
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
I'm as mad as hell!
They're yelling in Atlanta?
Son of a We struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember? Like I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
Bryce Elder coming back out here for a fifth inning, whether you like it or not. 7-4 your score. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch upstairs for a strike. Beatty, who's 1 for 1 with the grand salami, standing at the plate. The 0-1 count, turns it, burns it, outside wide, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, just below the knees, 2-1. Still 2-0 Philly in St. Louis. The Cardinals are batting. They are in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1. Painter is pitching for the Phillies. I mean, he's gettable. That guy gives up runs. The 3-1 pitch. Swing. Pop up. Deep into left field, but not deep enough. Over, making the catch. Moonwalking across the warning track is Dubon out there. 1 away. Righty, lefty, first pitch is outside wide. Taken for a ball, it's 1-0. Polanco, 1 for 2 on the day. 1-0. Misses ball 2-2-0. Polanco was another one of those acquisitions in the offseason. The Mets really thought they had something. And he's been injured for quite a bit of the years, the 2-0 outside wide 3-0. And he's currently batting .142 with 2 home runs. But he missed the first biggest portion of the year to injury, the 3-0. Check swing. He called for a strike on the outer edge, 3-1. This really isn't a guy you can be pitching around. Elder's at 100 pitches, by the way. Pitch 101. Outside wide, ball 4. So he heads down to first, and you do have Alvarez. So Weiss could make the move here, but he may wait until you go back to the top of the order where you got the left-handed Ewing. Last person I saw stirring in that bullpen was Suter. You may give him a chance to get out of this with a double play. Other than that, Weiss, they flashed to him, and it looked like he had ants in his pants. He's ready to go get him, but he's doing the right thing and letting him face Alvarez as the first pitch. Right there at the bottom of the zone, called for a ball, did not challenge. It's 1-0. I expected Smurf to be better at challenges, to be honest with you. The 1-0. Upstairs for a strike, 1-1. Maybe he's just too embedded into him because he's an older veteran and hasn't adjusted, but that ABS system, if you're picking it right, man, it's your friend as a catcher. Is the 1-1 down and away 200. We saw that all weekend long with Wells of the Yankees. Man, that guy, I would trade for him in a heartbeat just because of his ability to frame and to get the ABS right. The 2-1 count, swing, chopper up the middle. Is this it? It's going to be backhanded by Ozzie, flips it to JJ. JJ fires it to first, and just what the doctor ordered, a inning-ending double play. So Bryce Elder did not have it all tonight, but I'll tell you what, he gutted it out. We'll be back in a flash, trailing by 3.
Okay, so I put password on it. Yeah, I put password on it because Broadband suggested for me to put a password on it to make it faster, but obviously because they thought other people were using it, and
no, I think that's very unreasonable. Well, it was probably me.
Yeah, we've established that. And then my Wi-Fi was being slower inside my house, so my broadband suggested put a password on it.
Look, I don't mind how slow it runs. Actually,
but I do.
That's the Wi-Fi within your house. What about the Wi-Fi that's coming out the walls? And that's what I'm using. Good enough for me.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that Wi-Fi is still mine.
Well, okay, if you want to use some of it, you can sit in your garden and you can use the Wi-Fi there. I don't mind. But if you've got a lot of work to do, maybe you can let me know that you're using it so that, it doesn't interfere with the downloading. So you keep your Wi-Fi within the house, lock the windows, close the door, seal up the letterbox, but anything that comes out through the walls is public.
Ryan Sandberg stepping in to lead it off against Danny Cox. Sandberg walked his first time. Last time up, he grounded out third to first. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on, fly ball, left center field. That sends Coleman back, and that ball is gone. Home run for Ryan Sandberg. He hit it into the basket.
Denton True Young was an ungainly, out-of-place farm boy when he came to the Cleveland Spiders in 1890. Even his teammates took to calling him Cy, short for Cyrus, because he seemed so countrified. But Cy Young held the Chicago White Stockings to just 3 hits to win his first game, and then went on to win 510 more before he was through, a record never even approached by any other pitcher.
Jonathan Pintaro comes on for Christian Scott. Scott's day has done 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned, 1 walk, 6 Ks. So the Braves offense did a pretty good job of knocking him out. Now they get a chance to go after that bullpen. First pitch on the way upstairs. First strike, it's 0-1. And they get to him an inning earlier, so they've got to cover 5 innings. Braves have to cover 4 as Elder's night's going to be through. He's at 105 pitches. The 0-1 pitch. Dropped it right in there on a man. That was right down his swing path. Harris would love to get that pitch back. 4.40 ERA. The 0-2 pitch. Swing, slaps it down the left field line. That's a base hit. And it's going to be a long single as he'll hold Michael. No sense of getting him thrown out at second, trailing by 3. Good hard hit ball. That was scalded off the turf. And Money Mike gets us going here.
God bless you, Mike. Keep
Bottom
your game
fifth.
tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Ozzie Albies your batter. First pitch misses high. It's 1-0. Turns and kicks. Out and away. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Dubon on deck. Riley in the hole. Braves trail by 3 here in the 5th. The 2-0 way outside wide 3-0. Seven runs, 10 hits, no errors for New York. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Atlanta. Braves trailed this game out of the gate 5-0, and they've been chipping away ever since. Mets scored 1 in the 5th, 5 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. And the Braves, the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. So that'll head him down to first, and runners on first and 2nd, and nobody out. And here we go.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Braves scored 2 in the 1st and 2 in the 5th. 2 in the 1st was a Mauricio Dubon 2 RBI single. We'll take a couple more of them ribbies from you, Mr. Doobie. The infield will be playing back into the left, and the first baseman is playing in between first and second. There is nobody down the first base line. First pitch on the way. Swing, rifles it foul. It's 0-1. If Dubon could push a bunt down the first base line, not only do I think he would he be safe, it may get past the infield. The 0-1 swing rips it over to first, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. So, unfortunate at bat there as the ball was hit pretty hard, but it was right into the teeth of the defense, and there's 2 down. The ball was on the inside, and Dubon was intentionally trying to hit it to the right. You could see him pointing his bat towards that area, but he didn't get it far enough over. First pitch on the way. That ball goes high and inside. That's going to score a run. wild pitch. And when I say a wild pitch, I'm talking about just a bit outside. Harris comes home to score.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike.
It's a 2-run game.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a
Shake
little
and
roused
bake,
down.
baby. Shake and bake. Woo! That ball sizzled. That ball was so high and out of the zone, Riley almost swung at it. Righty-righty matchup. 1-0. Inside high. Very reminiscent of the last one. That one was caught this time, but, man, he's sailing them. The 2-0 grabs the bottom of the zone, 2-1. Braves have now cut this to a 2-run game. The 2-1 pitch. Inside. That bender almost didn't bend. Guess that's his cutter, but it had the movement almost like a sweep. A little more velocity. Not much of a sweep. Kind of a flat pitch. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase went well off the plate. Riley, come on, buddy. Full count now. Standing on deck, if Riley can lay off these pitches out of the zone, is Jarvis. You can't hit a 2-run home run with nobody on, so just get aboard. The payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. There you go. Get it.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
First pitch swinging here by Jarvis is down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Jarvis 0 for 1 with the walk. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss upstairs. It's 0-2. He's chased 2 pitches now. Neither one of them have been in the zone, just out of the zone. Nate Lavender, the left-hander, warming up. We have never seen him before. He might be in the witness protection program. The 0-2 down and in, 1-2. 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase another one. Chase 3 pitches, all just off the plate on a guy who's been pitching wild. That's something you want to talk to the youngster after the game about. But your Atlanta Braves have made it a 2-run game. We're back in it, baby. Atlanta 5, New York 7. We go to the 6th.
I just found out Gilligan's Island only ran for 3 seasons. I could swear I've seen 700 episodes of that show.
Watch with my chair! Now, Cresslers is repairing it, and they're gonna bring it right away.
Repairing it?
Yeah.
Somehow I get from that it got broke.
Why can't I get the hat?
You're really gonna spend $200 on a hat when you won't even spend $5 to get me a Coke at the gas station? If you buy that stupid hat, we are no longer together. So, is it the hat or is it me?
I got the hat. I'm single.
I actually was jogging off the field. I'm like, dang, boy, he look mad. Boy, he finna give it to somebody. And then I'm like, oh, it's me.
Hey, bro, since the 1980s, the average rent price done went up damn near 4 times. And the cost of food done went up like 4 times. Yep, that too. And the cost of every object you could buy with money has also went up 4 times. Yeah, quadruple. That was the plan. What about the American dream? You don't think that's evil?
Mike Kelly was the trickiest player who ever handled a baseball. There was nothing he would not attempt. Baseball rules were never made for Kel.
The most popular and most notorious star of the 19th century was Michael Joseph King Kelly, the sure-handed catcher for the Chicago White Stockings. He was so skilled at stealing bases, he once stole 6 in a single game, that he inspired a popular song, Slide, Kelly, Slide. He sometimes cut across the diamond, skipping second altogether when the umpire was not looking. Kelly drank as hard as he competed. Once, A.G. Spaulding put Pinkerton detectives on his trail and accused him of having been in a saloon at 3 a.m. drinking lemonade. Kelly was indignant. It was straight whiskey, he said. I never drank a lemonade at that hour in my life.
Brent Suter will come on. Suit up! Lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Quickly working. Just one off the edge. 1-2. Ewing, the leadoff hitter for the Mets. Let's see, 1-2 off the plate, just misses. This is what they got Suter for. This is the type of stuff you expect him to be. Middle innings, left-handed part of the lineup is the 2-2. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Bang! Set him down. 1 away. Seven runs, 10 hits, no errors for New York. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 7-5 your score. Pitch on the way to Lindor is off the plate wide. It's 1-0. Of course, remember the Braves still have 4 more at bats. If they can keep the Mets where they're at, they've got a real chance to win this one. A game that felt like early going it was going to be a hopeless endeavor. The pitch on the way. Busts him inside. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swing. Crank down the left field line. Stay foul. Get foul. Go left. He does. 1-2. A 1-2 count. That ball was hammered. Pitch on the way. Swing rolls it on the ground over to Riley. Riley scoops. Flips. 2 down. Lindor has had himself a career against the Braves this season. I mean, good Lord. I know they're trying to trade Lindor. They tried to trade him at the deadline. It was well reported. Hopefully he gets out of our division. I would say hopefully we get him, but the Braves won't spend $300 million on a shortstop. First pitch down and in for a misses for a ball. It's 1-0, but he is very unliked by Soto, and the two of them, for whatever reason, whatever reason they don't fit, they've already made their decision, and they're going to try to move Lindor. The 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. 2-1 count. In the dirt. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Fouls it back, 3-2. Braves trail by 2. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Appreciate you spending your Monday evening here in Braves country. We're back at it tomorrow night, 7:15, as the pitch down and in, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. It's a 2-out walk from Suter. Come on the air about 7 o'clock. The game, 7:15. And then a doubleheader for you on Wednesday. 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Phillies and Cardinals in the first game, and Braves and Mets in the nightcap on Wednesday. Lefty pitch right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Phillies are handling the Cardinals right now. It's 3-0 in the fifth. And they haven't had a ton of traffic on the base paths against. Painter's not a solid starting pitcher, but this is probably the first time they've ever seen him. The 0-1 pitch at the knees. There you go. Sean Murphy finally going to challenge one. This one's close. Not as obvious as the one before, but it definitely hits the strike zone. It's a good job, Murphy. The 0-2 pitch, swing, pops it away. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Murphy grabs it before the runner at first can take off. Bichette back to first. Carson Benj, he's 0 for 2 on the day, batting .270. Struck out, walked, and he grounded out his last time up. The 1-2 pitch, swing, just got a piece of that. The 1-2. Kicks and fires. Just misses off the plate. He's just missing his spots. He's trying to bridge us to the 7th inning. Suter, they could send him back out there for the 2nd inning, but the 2-2. Swing. Rips it down the line, foul. Young is on deck. And then Simeon, so you could see them come bring him back out for one more batter if he gets through this one for the next inning. But after that, you've got Simeon and then Beatty, the 2-2. Caught looking, strike 3 on the outer edge. Now they're going to challenge this. Let me see if the Mets, they got it right. Very close play. Pitch, very close pitch. So both teams still with both of their challenges if you're keeping up with that at home. That missed by under an inch. It may have crossed over the plate, but where you have to hit it at is the payoff pitch. Swing, chops it down the line, foul. If you're looking at home plate from the pitcher's mound, the area that goes across the plate, that if you chopped it off, it would look like you were chopping off the roof of a house. That's where it has to hit. The payoff pitch, swing. Slaps it down the third base line into the camera well. Full count once again. Runner at first. On the move on these pitches with 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops it on the ground, backhanded by JJ. JJ fires it first. Good throw. Riley had to get out of the way. They almost crossed paths, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 2-run game. We're back in it, baby. We go to your out-of-town scoreboard. Monday, August 10th, you got the Red Sox and Blue Jays at it in Toronto. And Toronto leads it 2-0 across the border. Here at 7-5, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Braves trail the Mets. Top of the 7th inning in Minneapolis, the Orioles and Twins, 2 wild card teams. It's a 2-1 lead by Minnesota. Phillies 3, Cardinals nothing in St. Louis. They're going to the top of the 6th there. And later on tonight, you got a West Coast, quite a bit of West Coast. 9:38 Eastern, it's Rangers at Angels. And at 9:40, you have 3 games beginning. Brewers at Padres, Rays at A's, Rockies at the Diamondbacks. 9:45, Astros are at the Giants. And the Royals at 10:10 Eastern, first pitch with the Dodgers in Los Angeles.
Cover the point spread, cover the point spread, cover the point spread, cover the point spread.
Nate Lavender coming on. Left-hander. He's thrown just 2 1/3 this year. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, no runs allowed. But he just came up. Remember me telling you that the Mets had made a bunch of trades out of their bullpen, so they're spelling it through the minor league system. I'm sure they'll continue to pick things off the trash heap as well. Nate Lavender, 26-year-old, 6'2", 215-pounder. He is out of Hudson, Illinois. I don't remember who it was, but someone we covered recently was out of Hudson, Illinois. It wasn't Lavender, and went to college at Illinois. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Makes you wonder if they're teammates. I'll have to look that up for you. Sean Murphy, the 0-1. Turns and fires. Outer edge, well off the plate. Not challenging it. It's 0-2. That one does not upset me as much because Murphy, his bat, whatever. But that thing was so far off the plate. That's at least 2 inches off the plate. The 0-2. Upstairs. Did not go around 1-2. And that may have been a very make-up call. First base umpire Visconti realizing that the last pitch was off the plate as the 1-2's fouled back. One-two count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lefty-lefty matchup back to the top of the order. Drake Baldwin. First pitch swinging. Whips it by him for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. swing. Punches it deep down the left field line. It's 0-2. Braves trail 7-5. Drake Baldwin, 2 hits, a double in the first, and a single in the fourth. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. They're not picking him up at all. Ronald Acuna Jr. comes to the plate. Maybe from the right side, Acuna will be able to get a better look at. Baldwin just looked like he'd seen a ghost in that bat. That was. Sometimes you face a pitcher and you're not catching it out of their arm angle right. First pitch is high and out of the zone to Acuna. It's 1-0. The 1-0 count. Brings it. Upstairs misses high. Ball 2-0. The tying run standing on deck in the form of Matt Olson. Braves continue to just chip away at this lead. Once trailed 5-0. Once trailed 7-2. The 2-0. Top corner 2-1. Acuna is going to challenge that. He has not been good on these. That one he may get that one. That one's. He got that one. Good job, Acuna. He has not been good on those, but that one he got. So it's a 3-0 count. What do you do with it? The 3-0 pitch. Taken all the way, ball 4. Did the smart thing. He knows that the tying run is on deck. His job is to get him to the plate. Although, I'd take a solo shot right here. Really put some pressure on the 3-1 to Acuna. Outside wide, ball 4, and a great at bat by Ronald Acuna Jr. He'll head on down to first.
Vamos!
Bravo.
Vamos!
Bravo.
Lefty pitch at the bottom of the zone. Called for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Turns and kicks. Swing. Hit hard on the ground over to first. Steps on the bag, and that'll end the inning. That ball was smoked. An atom ball gets them out of the inning. We go to the top of the 7th, trailing by 2 here in Braves country.
I can send you the address.
He didn't bring his phone, so...
Oh, I can give you the address.
No need.
Can't hurt.
Might hurt.
Armchair.
If the Hunger Games started on Monday, District 5 will have y'all done by Tuesday.
There's no way you can be serious. Ain't nobody messing with District 3. Straight out. Let's talk about it. Let's start at Texas. It has more guns than anybody else in the union. We straight with firearms. Arkansas has all of our resources. If you didn't know, that's where Walmart is headquartered at. We ain't shipping nothing out to nobody that ain't District 3. So resources. The Bible Belt, which is Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, they gonna beat your ass and then pray for you. Straight up. Ain't nobody messing with them. And that's where all the hitters coming from. So we're gonna send all them Floridians in early and take out whatever y'all got going on in the DMV, which ain't a lot of much. Be real. And if y'all try to invade 3, you're gonna have to come through North Carolina and Tennessee first. That's where all the rednecks are with all their bunkers just ready to blow up folks.
Bro, you're actually funny. I knew that. A lot of people know that. I'm okay. What's getting me is the actually.
So I used to date this guy. And he... Oh, I don't think I'm ready to talk about that yet.
Kelly and other carousing Chicago players were widely blamed for losing the championship to St. Louis in 1886. That winter, an exasperated Spaulding sold Kelly to Boston for the unheard-of sum of $10,000. Chicago fans were devastated, but Boston fans were so delighted they presented their new star with a house and a carriage drawn by 2 white horses in which to ride to the ballpark.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Suter did come back out there, by the way. And 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th. I do apologize, had an issue. That's why I was about half a pitch late getting back here. I think we got it squared away. Marcus Semien, 1 for 3 on the day, lefty, right. You got a left-hander standing on deck, and that's why Suter, that's why I was wondering how they would play that. You've got 2 lefties actually on deck and in the holes, the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and so on, too. So in theory, you could run him out there for this inning if it's a fairly quick one. Is the 0-1 in the dirt? Excuse me, 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2 count, chops it foul down the line. Cardinals made it a 1-run game. It's 3-2, and they're still threatening. The 1-2 pitch chops it down the line, foul. Braves came into today. I think it was Rosemary that was asking pregame about the number what that 36 represented. We talked about it yesterday as the pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. But the emojis for the folks in the country club, we're going to put your magic number in there every day before the game starts, updating the magic number. Lefty-righty matchup right there. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. And that way you can always just check in here to see what the magic number is. But if I have time, I'll also put it on a post like we did right before the first pitch. But sometimes I can't get to it. But the 0-1 count, swing chopper, up the middle, scooped, flipped, 6-3, Jarvis to Olsen, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch and grab that cheese, please, here in Braves country.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right. You son of
Welcome back. First pitch is right there at the knees. Lavender versus Michael Harris the second. You got Ozzie Albies on deck and then Dubon. So this may be the only batter he faces. We'll see how the Mets want to do it. The 0-1 pitch. Swing belted down the right field line, but bending plenty foul. That was an upper decker right there. Well out in front of that curveball. The 0-2. Turns and kicks. Kind of a stutter pitch. The pitch on the way, swing. That ball's chopped down the right field, left field line. That ball's fair. That ball's going to shoot out, and Michael Harris is going to have extra bases. He'll stop at second base, and your Atlanta Braves are doing it, baby.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
Smoke down the third base line, left field, and it shot out when it hit the jet out, as I like to call it, where the part of the wall just kind of jets out. And it's a leadoff double. Man, they're doing that, whatever that dance is. If it gets us wins, okay, but man, it is too creepily close to that LA Dodger sachet. We'll be back in a flash. They're going to the bullpen as we were expecting. All right, here we go. Daniel Duarte, who we've seen plenty of. Righty-lefty matchup. Ozzie Albies the batter, first pitch, swing. Smacks it hard, but plenty foul over the first base dugout, hits the screen. It's 0-1. Infield is back into the right. Outfield deep and straight away. The Braves trail by 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. Slaps it back foul. Harris led off the inning, the double that just scooched inside the line. And they were playing him back into the right, so there was no one over there who even had a prayer to make the play. The 0-2. Misses high. 1-2 your count. Standing on deck is Dubon. In the hole is Austin Riley. Just continue to put that pressure on this Mets bullpen. They've been chipping out away at the lead since the first inning. The 1-2. Swing. Fouls it back. This is the type of game that if you can come back and win this, it really puts a pep into your step. You usually have a couple of these each year on a team that makes the postseason. They usually have to have at least one or two of these. The 1-2 pitch swing, ropes it down the line, foul. And it can carry you for several days just on the momentum, and then from the big picture, the belief that it's never over. The 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone, 2-2. Braves have the Mets and the Diamondbacks all at home this week. We have 7:15 first pitches all week long, except for Sunday, it's 1:35. The 2-2 pitch. Brings it. Swing. Lifts it out to left center field. And coming over, making the grab in left field. Good running catch out there is Pache. Christian Pache, if you remember him, he came on for defensive purposes. One away. I didn't even recognize him. I had to check the scorecard at the break because I was like, who is that? And he's grown his hair out quite a bit, so he does not look like the Christian Pache that was once in Braves country. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing. Pops it up. And that'll be an easy out. So it's going to be all up to Austin Riley now. Started off this inning with high hopes and two quick pop-outs after back-to-back pitches. Has Harris at second. Of course, he'll be running on contact, so you have that. So anything that gets down in the outfield should score. It was not that long ago that everybody thought Christian Pache was going to be what Michael Harris has become. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch upstairs. Misses high. They're going to challenge it. They're not going to get that one. That one is well out of the zone.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
So that'll cost him one. 1-0 count to Riley. The pitch on the way. Outside wide, 2-0. Infield is back and to the left. Outfield deep and straight away. The 2-0 to Riley. Swing, hard hit ball, but right into the teeth of the defense. That'll be an easy 6-3. Riley busted it down the line, but to no avail. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the 8th inning, trailing by 2 here in Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink. When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you'll probably see the double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. We go to the 8th inning, and it looks like Suter's going to come out there to at least probably get us to the bottom of the order. I've got that backwards, by the way. It's Polanco, Alvarez, and then Ewing. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Wish I had time to do that for every inning, but I got so much junk going on here. The 1-1 in the dirt. 1-2. Braves trail 7-5. So a bloop and a blast, and we're back in business. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. The 2-2 pops it up high in the sky. It's going to be a can of corn. Olsen calling off Smurf. He'll make the catch very close to home plate. F3, 1 down. Lefty-righty matchup. Francisco Alvarez, the batter. Takes it right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. High and out of the zone. 1-1. Kicks and fires. 2-1. Infield playing back into the left. Outfield deep and straight away. The 2-1 pitch swing. Hard hit ball on the ground through the hole, and that's going to get out to right center field. Acuna cuts it off with the catcher running. Not much of a chance of him making it second on Acuna's arm. But it is a 1-out single for the Mets. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Runner at first. Infield. Double play depth to the right. The 0-2 pitch swing. Pops it up. High, but out of play. Right field side. Toronto 2, Boston 1. That's a big game in the AL wild card race. The Phillies have taken a 4-2 lead. Cardinals were threatening, and somehow that fell apart, and they've given up a run. So we're down by 2 here, and we're down by 2 over there. The throw goes over to first, and they got him over there. They were showing the replay. I don't think... Man, I'll tell you what, he did that the other day. That is a balk. I am surprised he gets away with it. They're reviewing it. The Mets are reviewing it. The throw beat him. You can't review the balk part of it. It looks like the throw beat him. The tag beat him. Back to the base. Yeah, he's out. But Suter did that the other night. It's going to happen in a big spot. I hope he's playing for someone else by the time it does happen. But his move to first is a balk. because his foot comes up and it starts to head towards the plate, and then he kind of flattens it out like it's a move over to first, but you can't do that. The way he does it, it can be interpreted as a balk every time. I guess that was the Yankees series that he did that first time I saw him. I mean, man, let me tell you something. That's why Alvarez, who's not even a threat to steal, is like, wait, what the hell's going on? I'm surprised that argument hasn't been made yet, though, by the first base coach of the Yankees the other night or the Mets tonight. They're looking at that. I would be raising Cain. He is out, and there are 2 outs. So that took a while, but that's what was going on. If you just stepped in and why are we just watching the umpire walk around? There's a pickoff play. I want to hear the Mets post game because I bet that comes up. The 0-2 pitch caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 7-5. Braves trail by 2. We grab the sticks when we return.
What do you say when someone says you're not my cup of tea? I drink coffee anyway, so.
We're dog owners. We're gonna say the word naked anytime we take off our dog's collar. Someone's naked. We're dog owners. Of course we're gonna wake up to diarrhea on the floor at 2 in the morning. We're dog owners. We're gonna wait outside in the freezing cold for 5 hours for our dog to do their business, but instead they're gonna sniff every blade of grass. We're dog owners. We're gonna pay the vet over $1,000 just to find out that our dog has a little tummy ache. We're dog owners. If you ask to see a photo of our dogs, we're gonna show you way more than just one. In fact, I have a whole presentation ready, so you better sit down. We're dog owners. Of course, they each have their own personal stockings for Christmas.
If your name is Becca and I can't call you Becca, I don't want to be your friend.
I love King Kelly. I just love King Kelly. It's one of the great stories, my favorite. Is a day when he was sitting on the bench, and the rule at that time was that if you wanted to substitute for a player, all you had to do was announce yourself. So a foul ball comes in the direction of the bench. Kelly stands up, yells out, "Kelly now catching for Boston." Catches the ball, and it's recorded as an out. This is the trickster. This is the villain. This is the fool. He is also a great player. He is all the wonderful archetypes of baseball wrapped into one. And he also managed to drink himself to death before he hit the age of 40. So that's also an archetype, alas, in baseball.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th we go. Braves trail by a bloop and a blast. 7-5 your score. Leading us off is Jim Jarvis. Kid Dynamite. We got a delay here. One of those pitch-com devices. So much new jargon that has entered the baseball world in the last several years because of the technology. In my head, sometimes I get mixed up and I want to say ABS device, pitch-com, and flip-flop them. They're having a hell of a time with this one. This one definitely came off the teammate. I wish. I don't know if they do this every time it happens, but the Mets broadcast during this debacle with the ABS, the PitchCom device. I told you I was going to do that. In the middle of them trying to get a new one that worked, some cartoon popped onto their screen and it says, it looks like a robot, and it basically says, "Please deposit 25 cents. Your time is expired." First pitch down and away to the Yaz who's pinch hit. It's 1-0. The 1-0, the Yaz coming in and pitch inning, trying to save the day. Jarvis as the 1-0 misses high to him. Makes you wonder if there's something wrong with Jarvis, because it's not the righty lefty issue. The 2-0 count. Now, what you can do is you can put him in left and put Dubon at short as the 2-0 right there at the knees. 2-1. Yeah, James, she's conflicted right now because he pinch hit for JJ. The 2-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. High in the sky and making the catch over there in foul territory, going up against the screen is Alvarez, and there's one away. That didn't work. Almost ran out of room. Sean Murphy, the batter. If I was going to use a pinch hitter, I believe this is where I would have done it. Sean Murphy, but that's going to be Dominic Smith. Murphy had been on deck the whole time. In fact, he had to get out of the way, but they're going to bring Dominic Smith on instead. Don't know what that cat and mouse game was about. What'll happen here is the Braves will lose their designated hitter, but Drake Baldwin is standing on deck, so he was going to bat anyway this inning. And if we get all the way back to the bottom of the order again, we'll be happy because we will have scored and at least tied this game up. Pitch down in for a ball. It's 1-0. At the knees, 1-1. Doesn't look like we're going to need any help from the Cardinals. Their bullpen is falling apart. They're down 4-2 in the seventh. And the bases are loaded there. The 1-1 count in the dirt. 2-1 your count. Dominic just trying to get aboard. And, of course, they'll pinch run for him if he does get on. The 2-1. Up high and out of the zone, 3-1. Best way to not get pinch ran for is knock one out of the park. Blue Jays held on to beat the Red Sox in that game 2-1. Blue Jays are just kind of hanging around in the wild card race as the 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So Dominic Smith gets aboard. Good pinch hit there. Good at bat, worked the count, and gets himself aboard. And now the tying run will come to the plate.
This is a time for leaders to step up. Make us believe again.
First pitch on the way is a strike, very bottom of the zone. Drake Baldwin, it's 0-1. He is 2 for 4 with a double and RBI, a single and a run scored. The 0-1 in the dirt. Ball bounces away, but runner will stay put. I'm not showing a pinch runner, and I haven't seen them flash over there, so I guess Smith is going to run. He could stay in to play first, but, I mean, unless they're just intentionally wanting to get the 1-1 pitch, swing, slices it towards left field, and that'll be caught. So there's 2 down. Let me check this other score. Yeah, they're letting them run. And you got Lane Thomas and you've got Ha-Seong Kim. I think Kim would be the one you would go have pinch run, because you may want Lane Thomas as a pinch runner in the ninth or a pinch hitter to face a left-hander. They're going to come talk to Duarte real quick as Ronald Acuna Jr. comes to the plate representing the tying run. But what are you holding on? Because Dubon can slide to short. Yaz can go to left. There's no real reason to hold Dominic Smith on. Unless they just really want to get Hassan Kim some work defensively, keep him sharp. That's the only thing I can think of, because he definitely doesn't bring anything to the table as a pinch hitter. But maybe Acuna will slap it out of the park and it won't matter. Righty-righty matchup as the powwow breaks up. The first pitch on the way. Down and away, it's 1-0. If he can work his way aboard, Olsen stands on deck, and he would represent the go-ahead run here in the 8th. 1-0. Upstairs, misses high. Called for a strike, 1-1. Philly did get out of that mess. I think they got a double play hit, but they still trailed by 2 in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 pitch, swing. Lifted out to center field, coming over, making the diving catch out there is A.J. Ewing, and that'll end the inning. Good diving play out there by the kid in center, and we'll go to the 9th, trailing by 2 here in Braves country.
We're a team. One person struggles, we all struggle. One player triumphs, we all triumph.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know, I just don't see the point anymore.
Want to talk about our opponent?
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
They're bigger, faster, stronger, and on paper, they're just better, and they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart. I do. I've seen it. You have shown it to me. You have shown yourselves just exactly who you are when you take that field. You've got to lay that heart on the line. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got, lay it on the line, and if you do that, you cannot lose. We cannot be defeated. How you play today, from this moment on, is how you will be remembered.
Hey! What's this lying around?
Well, what are we supposed to do, you moron?
What? Over? Did you say over? Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? Oh, we're afraid to go with you. We might get in trouble. Well, just kick my from now on! Not me! I'm not gonna take this!
This is your opportunity to rise from these ashes and grab glory.
Nothing is over until we decide it is! Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no! And it ain't over now! Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going! Who's with me?
Could fight him with conventional weapons. That could take years. I think we have to go all out.
Want to talk about our opponent?
He's a dead man!
This situation absolutely requires
our opponent.
Dead!
A really futile and stupid gesture be done on somebody's part.
Our opponent.
Dead!
We're just the guys to do it.
Let's go!
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Excuse me. Gotta take my first step toward the Hall of Fame.
And this crowd's back into it now.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
Welcome back. 7-5 your score. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Metropolitans lead the Bravos. First pitch on the way from Victor Medeiros is cooking on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Medeiros was 17 and third innings this year with the 3.63 RA. He's 1 for 1 in save opportunities as well. The 0-1 pitch smacks it down the line foul. It's 0-2. Game 1 of a 3-game set. We're back here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7 o'clock Eastern. 7:15 first pitch, as well as Wednesday night Braves and Mets games 2 and 3. Wednesday afternoon, we got a doubleheader for you. It'll be Phillies versus Cardinals. That game is a 2 o'clock Eastern matinee on Wednesday. The 0-2 pitch, swing, lifts it out to left field. That's going to dribble down for a base hit. Coming up and cutting it off and firing to second base. Here comes the throw, and Lindor took a wide turn at first and came back head first slide into first, and it's a leadoff single for the Mets. Not a hard hit ball, but he hit them where they ain't. He thought about it, but Yaz, right fielder by trade, unleashed the hose out there and left, and he came bucking back around. First pitch is inside to Bo Bichette. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors for New York. 5 runs, no hits, no errors for Atlanta. 1-0 right there for a strike, 1-1. Name of the game tonight was Bryce Elder just didn't have it. He was throwing meatballs all over the plate, but in the first inning, they had a chance to get out of it. They did not challenge a strike 3. As the 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. 1,000% of that ball was in the zone. And on that strike 3, Murphy threw out the runner at second, so it would have been a strike him out, throw him out. You've got to at least try the challenge there. It's worth it. It's that big of a deal. Instead, they don't. The bases get loaded. Grand salami later, and it's 5-0. Pitch is inside. The 2-2. Mets challenge that call. They do not get it correct. And that's the end of their challenges.
Wrong. You're wrong.
But they still have their challenges. 1 on, nobody out, the 2-2. Swing, fouls it away. And that's one of those things that I think they've got to have the conversation. They've got to have the conversation with their catchers. In that situation, if you think that ball was, and you could tell by Murphy's reaction, he thought it was probably in the zone, but he didn't challenge it. The 2-2 pops it up towards the camera well, giving a lean in and look by Matt Olson, but it'll bounce just to the right of the Braves dugout. Bounce high in the sky, and a Braves fan gets a souvenir. Get a couple of high fives from the fans. His future must be bright. He's wearing shades at a, 10 Eastern in Atlanta. The 2-2, outside wide, 3-2. Medeiros can be a little erratic with his control, but you like his stuff and you like his competitiveness. The pitch on the way, inside, ball 4. So that puts runners at first and second. Nobody out. Yeah, Sleepy, to me they look like Johnny Fever glasses. You could have told me that he was a singer, and I would have bought it. I'd been like, okay. I don't recognize any of the new ones anyways, so you could have sold that to me. Hook, line, and sinker. Hefner goes out there to try to calm the waters with Medeiros. Carson Benj, the batter. The Mets looking to try to break this one wide open. 2-run game. Medeiros, first pitch, hits him in the leg. And that's going to load the bases. I think it avoided Benj. It came really close to hitting his knees, but I think it missed him. Let me see where it hit him. Yeah, hit him on the back of the calf. It's been wild with that pitch tonight. That one came in and got him. So the bases are loaded, nobody out, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and the runner appears to be okay. So he's down at first, Benj. Lindor at first, Bichette at second, Benj at first. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Bench first, Bichette second, Lindor third. I'm not sure what I said the first time. The 0-1 pitch, swing, lifted high and deep into center field. Harris is underneath it, but that'll score the run. Here comes the throw to third, cut off by Dubon at short, and the Mets have made it a 3-run game. If you can stop the bleeding, you still give yourself a chance. Warming up in the pen, trying to make out who that is. It's either Stalker or McDermott. I'm trying to figure. It's not Stalker, so it must be McDermott. Danny Young is warming up in the Braves pen. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Swing lifted. High in the sky. Can of corn, second base side. Ozzie Albies, he'll wait for it to come down. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. I think they'd love to get out of this and not have to bring in yet another pitcher. Got the wrong jersey number if it is McDermott listed for him. But that's happened several times this year, so it wouldn't shock me. Could be Nunez. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Nah, that's definitely not Nunez. My guess is that it's McDermott, but a lot of times when these guys come up and down, they don't update their jersey number. The 1-0 pitch, swing, pops it back foul, 1-1. Luis Robert Jr., he is pinch hitting for Christian Pache. So they're going to lose some defense out there, that's for sure. If Robert's even left back in the game, they'll probably is the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. They don't have much of a choice. Arias and Torrens are the only 2 guys left on the bench for New York. Oh, that's Kodai Senga, I think. 1-2 pitch, swing, fouls it away. I believe that's Kodai Senga. We got a chance. He's got an 8.29 ERA. The 1-2. High and out of the zone, 2-2. There was someone else standing in front of him. I couldn't tell if that guy was warming up or not, but if Kodai Senga's coming in, don't go anywhere. Normally you don't say that in a Major League game down by 3 going to the 9th, but we got a chance. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 3-run game, and it looks like Senga is on the hill.
Here's my problem with cats. Best case scenario, you get the smartest cat in the world, he still craps in your house. I'll tell you what, instead of getting a cat, why don't we all just stop flushing?
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I was a natural-born kicker, bent upon making trouble for others. I had an instinctive dislike both to study and work, and I shirked them whenever the opportunity offered. Cap Anson.
His real name was Adrian Constantine Anson, but those who cheered him for 27 years knew him first as Baby, then as Cap, and finally as Pop. He was the greatest player of his century. Anson played every position but pitcher for the Philadelphia Athletics, then joined Spalding's Chicago White Stockings and became first baseman and captain. He batted over 300 for 20 consecutive seasons, drove in 1,700 runs, and was the first man ever to accumulate 3,000 hits. Chicago fans loved Anson, but his players did not. He was too stern a taskmaster for that, imposing bed checks, levying $100 fines for beer drinking, insisting they report for a new early season workout he called spring training. Cap Anson was the symbol, one writer said, of all that was strong and good in baseball.
Welcome back. Down by 3. Kodai Senga coming on. And he's going to face Matt Olson to start it all off. 8.29 ERA for Kodai. First pitch on the way. Swing, that ball slapped down the line, foul. It's 0-1. He has never quite recovered from the injury heading to first base as the 0-1 pitch. Down and in, 1-1. He's covering first base, and Pete Alonso at the time was with the Mets, and he was making a toss for a 3-1 putout, and he overshot the ball, and Kodai Senga leaped for it, came down, tore up his knee, and he just has never been the same. The 1-1 below the knees. They're going to challenge that, but they're not going to challenge that because he thought he had a challenge. He did not have a challenge.
Wrong.
Alvarez says, I don't have a challenge. He says, no, you blew the last challenge. Don't you remember?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 2-1 count. Swing, fouls it away. Two, your count. On deck is Harris. In the hole is Ozzie. The pitch. Swing, fouls it back. And the idea here with him in the bullpen is they're just trying to, as Robert did stay in to play left, by the way. I think I failed to mention that. They're trying to simplify him to where he's only throwing a couple of pitches because he went back out the starting rotation and it's just a disaster. The 2-2. Swing. Rips it down the line, foul. He came in the league from Japan. The whole thing was the ghost fork. And anyways, when he first hit the league, he was very, very good, very dominant. And now they're just trying to, they've got the money spent. They're trying to fix him in the bullpen. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was the ghost fork. And there's one away. But prior to that injury, Senga was elite. A lot of people don't remember that, but he was elite before the injury, but just a bad toss by Alonso. I think that's one of the reasons why they didn't re-sign Alonso. They really stuck in their craw. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris' second. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. The Braves still have both of their challenges, by the way, so they might as well unload them. The 1-0 to Harris. Swing, slaps it back, foul. Coming in at 98 miles an hour. Braves trail 8-5. 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors for New York as the pitch on the way is swung on. In and out of the glove, 1-2. Foul tipped it into Alvarez's glove, could not hold on. New York, 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Atlanta, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. First inning, the big inning for the Mets. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase that ghost fork down there, and there's 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down. Mets are 52-67 on the air. They're trying to get back to 14 under 500. Braves are 71-47, sitting 14 over 39-20 at home. Mets are 27-33 on the road. The first pitch upstairs misses high to Ozzie Albies. It's 1-0. Braves versus Mets tomorrow night, 7:15 first pitch. We'll come on the air at 7 o'clock Eastern. Martin Perez against Nolan McLean is the 1-0 outside wide 2-0. With a 2-0 count. And the story of the night, of course, has been Bryce Elder's ineffectiveness. Your momentum is your starting pitcher. The 2-0 pitch. Outside, high and wide, ball 3-0. Ozzie can get aboard. Dubon sits on deck, and then Riley represents the tying run. Yaz, the winning run. But first things first, the 3-0 pitch. Upstairs, top shelf, 3-1. He's gone sweeper, four-seam cutter, and then back to the four-seam. If he can get a second strike here, you know he's going to go back to that ghost. The 3-1 pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and the tying run.
I'm the whiz, I'm the whiz, I'm the whiz, I'm the whiz, and no
moves to the on-deck circle. And Mauricio Dubon, his job is to make sure we see Austin Riley tonight. Doobie 1 for 4 on the day. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Upstairs misses high. It's 1-0. Riley, who's 1 for 3. Ozzie Albies takes second base, defensive indifference. Riley's 1 for 3 on the day. Yaz is 0 for 1. 1-0 pitch. Swing and pops it up. Lazy fly ball into right field. That should do it. It does. And the Mets win 8-5. Tough game here for the Braves, especially tough pitching. And just all in all, a bad job of not challenging the pitch.
Loser!
Here's some things we can focus on. 1, we tried hard. And 2, we're still dear friends.
This sucks. It's horse but I'm too polite to say anything because I'm a class act.
Don't worry about it. Next time I'll kick your
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked.
What do they do to us?
Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up.
Then it's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Oh, take it easy, honey. These things happen, you know.
Now, what kind of an attitude is that? These things happen. They only happen because the whole country is just full of people who, when these things happen, they just say these things happen, and that's why they happen.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
But first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Son of a we struck the mother load.
8 runs, 12 hits, no errors for New York. 5 runs, 9 hits. No errors for Atlanta.
I'm not going to take this anymore.
Elder falls to 8 and 6.
I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
Duarte gets the win. Kodai Senga gets his first save. Elder, he was the story of the game. 5 innings, 10 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. They won't say it in the media because the media will not challenge them, but they got to go back to the drawing board and look at that first inning. For those of y'all who were not with us, if Sean Murphy challenges that pitch, the inning's over. It's 1 run across the board, and we're probably all having a Merry Christmas right now. But instead, continue to unravel. And Elder just stunk. But it would have been manageable if we get that strike him out, throw him out like we should have. But we'll go back to the drawing board. The Braves lose a tough one, 8-5. Tomorrow night, Martin Perez versus Nolan McLean. Another tough pitching matchup. and no MVPs tonight, so we will bid you adieu. We'll see you next time here in Braves Country. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with one inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey had struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.